Online content hits two totally different groups. The first group, 60%, are in research and education mode, right? These are the guys that will watch, they will save, they will ask questions, they will send it to their spouse, and then they will sit with all of that for months. Now, 10%, these guys are in buying mode, right? They are ready now, they are comparing, they are picking someone this week. So here's the mistake that's way too familiar for our industry. Contractors will spend most of their content budget talking, posting, and SEOing for that 60%. And this is like, how-tos, tips, information, materials, this or that, right? And obviously it is going to get views and exposure because it's hitting a group that is 6 times larger, right? It absolutely feels more productive, but it doesn't move the revenue needle, right? But now, if you actually want to make money, well, you have to start making content for that 10% of the market. Not the educate the world kind of content, but this is decision-making content. There's going to be stuff like price ranges and what changes that price. Timeline, like here's how long this is going to take and why. Talk about your process, right? Here's exactly what happens after your call. This is exactly what happens once you submit the lead form, right? Then talk about the service and the city, right? Like we do decks in this city, we do kitchens in this city. And then, have before, during, and afters with numbers. So you're now talking very specific budget bands and not just, fairy tales. And the value difference is stupid. Info content converts at 0.1%, while warm content converts at least 5%. Even if you only get 100 clicks on a city page, that will translate to 5 leads. Even if you post 10 videos that get 10 views each, but talk about what matters, that's still going to get you leads. On the other hand, right, if you do how-to content, even if it gets 1,000 views or clicks, you have a very slim chance of even landing 1 lead. Now, don't get me wrong, like that 60% content has its time and place, right? It's great for education, nurturing, perfect to hit with retargeting. And obviously it's way, way cheaper than this, right? But if you want to win the game, have a steady cash flow that you can work with, you need to get your priorities right. Build for that 10% first, and then nurture the other 60% once your pipeline is stable.